Good evening, I'm Dan Halliday, and I'm in my shop atop Mount Stupid. And I'm going to give my mostly, relatively uninformed opinion on cheap armor. Now, I am currently in the process of building up a harness kit, going for a late Gothic style, as I do study Lichtenauer. So, my first step was going to be legs. It's a good logical step to take. That step being after my arming coat, I should probably make a little video on that as well. But was having a hard time finding people just talking about this off the rack armor, and so I thought I would discuss some of this myself. Spoiler alert, no surprise, it needs work. It needs work and quite a bit of it. However, it is not unsalvageable, and if you've got some tools and some time and some hands, then I think this is something that we can make work. So the ones that I picked up are from Marshal Historical, a company based, I think, in Spain. These were don't recall the model number, but they were referred to as the German Legs 1460 to 1500, and they come with cuisse, polins, and kind of open half greaves. I knew enough going into this to not go anywhere near trying to buy off the rack greaves. So, first things first, get a load of this happy horse shit. It looks kind of nice until you really get up close to it. So, let's bring in a little bit closer. Alright, so you know what, first of all, let me just get this out of the way really quick. These are the greaves that it comes with. Yeah. It's if you watch Ian Lespina, Knight Errant, he has a great video on where most reproduction greaves fall short, and this is actually this is not the worst example that there is, but it's there. I'm gonna reshape this as best I can to make it fit, but yeah, this is currently just a tube. Which, I'll show you this now so I can get this thing off my leg. This is about what we're looking at. For it, you see that it's about 2 inches too short. My calf muscle is my calves are like yearning to be free from it, actually pushing the plate apart a little bit. It's really just it's silly and needs to go. So with that gone, we come to with the Polians in their stock configuration, which, as you can see from the fact that it's pointing well away from my leg, that this also does not quite fit. If I undo this strap, and I am on the taller side of things. I'm 6'2", and I have kind of long femurs for my size, so this is kind of to be expected. I'll put my actual measurements in the comment section. It's not in the comment section, in the description. So that, if you're looking at it and you're considering getting a pair of these legs, I don't recall the cost. Q annotation here. You'll at least have a slightly better idea of what you're getting yourself into. So, with regard to the Pauline's, center of the knee is here. Center of my knee is about 3 inches forward from that. That's a problem. So part of what I'm going to wind up doing here is, and you'll see that I've done this on the right leg, is remove the Pauline's entirely and probably fabricate an additional plate to go in between the cuisse and the Pauline. Now moving on to the cuisse themselves in their stock form. There's a little bit going on here. First things first, we see that for me, and again, my legs are probably a little large, but yeah, way too narrow. My leg kind of comes out to here. The plate ends right around here. No, I mean, it's pretty. The fluting is nice. This also doesn't really extend very far to cover my leg. And you see that if you take a look in the back, take a look at my butt, and we have kind of all this space here. Like, it doesn't really sit flat against the leg. So, number of issues just with the fit on this piece. I thought it would be helpful to show just kind of where things sit and how things fit. And so I'm going to take this off because it doesn't fit. It's really uncomfortable. Okay, and now sitting back down, why don't I move you over here? Or I'll move you back over here. So, and for a kind of a close-up on this piece, we do have some articulation up here, and kind of, as you articulate, it kind of does this like Pee-wee's Playhouse thing with the side. And I've got a feeling this isn't the sort of thing that is really supposed to happen. I'm still kind of figuring this one out, but I would imagine it's got something to do with the fact that these hinges aren't in line with each other. I mean, like, you take a look down the line, and right, so like these two kind of work out, but then this one is way kind of out there, and so I've got a feeling that the articulation on these lames is kind of just making the rest of it fly about. And even, I mean, just kind of take a look at this shape. I also don't know enough about this part of the armor and how it's meant to function, but I am having some difficulty seeing the point in having these plates immobile when indeed we have several lames here. I don't know if is that just for the aesthetic. I don't know. But presently, this piece, as it stands right now, not bad, needs work. So, on the subject of work, we've come to what I've got so far on the right leg, in which I have disconnected the Paulines from the cleats. And I haven't done too much, but see that I have kind of started widening this, kind of changing the profile, starting to get it to a place where it makes a little more sense to the shape of my leg. And to get an idea of exactly how far that's come, the hole in which the crease should kind of just sit into, we see the difference in profile there. You see exactly how much I've had to spread that so far. And in the process of doing all this, something's gotten a little bit funny with this plate. You can see there's actually a little bit of a gap between these two here. That is, it's got to just be a fit and finish thing. I will most likely wind up drilling out the rivets and shaping these plates individually, and then drifting those holes to wherever it is they need to be. And you see, actually, in the process of spreading some of this stuff, this guy here has drifted even further away from the side of my leg. And so I can kind of show you on the other piece that I've got a little bit to play with. I got a little bit of real estate that I think I can use to extend this guy back, and I think that I will do that in the process of fitting these. There is one more issue. There is one more issue that I do have with these, and that is the shape of the crease itself, and up here near the top. And this is where things are gonna get a little bit personal, and so I apologize for any discomfort. However, this has to do with the fit and finish of, here, I'll show you on this guy. Many examples cut significantly more vertically than this. These have kind of a hard corner, and there's stuff in the way, and it pokes the stuff, and that's bad. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. It's entirely possible that I'm just wearing leggings right now, but having the appropriate hose with a codpiece may help to keep things kind of out from that corner. I don't know. But currently, yes, indeed, that is an issue. If you got junk in the front, it's a little pokey, and I'm not really sure what to do about that yet. But yeah, overall, this was not the cheapest armor on the rack, but it's down there. I think it was like 200 US, something like that. I picked it up from Night Shop, which I think shipping wound up being like $70 something. Although I will say that Night Shop's turnaround time was very quick. It was only like 3 or 4 days or something like that. But yeah, overall, I'm not displeased with these. I wasn't expecting any off-the-rack armor to fit me right away. Partially because it's off-the-rack armor, which I just don't expect to fit anybody right away. But especially, the people who are a little on the taller side. So, the final verdict is not bad.